So I already mentioned that I'm going to plan to lose 5 pounds every 3 weeks. And what are the steps that I'm taking? That I'm going to eat a vegan diet and make sure I exercise 3 to 4 times a week. So right there in that section of specific, I gave a lot of information that's going to help me complete my SMART goal. Hi, I'm Carmen V. Luciano, and this is the Miscellaneous Vegan, where I share a little R&R, recipes, and reviews. And if you haven't done so yet, make sure you like and subscribe for recipes and reviews in New York City and around the world. Welcome back to Coaching Mondays. In this video, I'm excited to share my SMART goal of losing 30 pounds by April 24th, 2024. So if you haven't seen steps 1 through 4 on transforming yourself into a healthier you, please make sure to do that first. Because the last step we do discuss that we're going to be discussing today are SMART goals. So if you haven't, comment down below of what your SMART goal is, please listen below. And if you don't know how to write it, if you don't know what to do, if you don't know where to start with your SMART goal, well, today's video is where I'm going to help you. Whether weight loss is your goal or not, don't worry. This video is designed to guide you in creating a SMART goal that ensures measurable progress for you to reach your target date. So let's begin. How do you write a SMART goal? So we're going to focus on my specific SMART goal. If your plan is to lose weight by April, then that's perfect because that is exactly my goal. If it's not, don't worry. These steps will help you narrow your goal down. We're going to focus on how to write my specific SMART goal. How to write a SMART goal to lose 30 pounds by April 24, 2024. So first we need to understand, what is a goal? A goal is a clear statement of what you want to achieve. Short-term goals can be steps along the way to achieving a long-term goal. So basically, the goal that I set in the title, which is to lose 30 pounds by April 24, 2024, is a long-term goal because that's months from now. So now I have to break it down to short-term goals. As you saw in the slide, short-term goals can be steps along the way to achieving a long-term goal. So why set a goal? We set goals because it creates intention and motivation that empowers us. It also establishes accountability that shifts responsibility to ourselves. So that's why it's very important to set your goals. So as I mentioned earlier, the title to my slide is really discussing a long-term goal. Because what is my long-term goal? My long-term goal is to lose 30 pounds by April 24, 2024 in a healthy form where my eating habits will become a routine of healthy eating for a lifetime. So that is something that will take time to build. Sure, I can lose 30 pounds in 30 days, but will it be healthy? Will I be able to sustain that diet for a lifetime? No. So that is why we're setting SMART goals. So how do I create a short-term goal, quote unquote, SMART goal for my long-term goal? So remember that short-term goals can be steps along the way to achieving a long-term goal, right? So remember again, how much weight do I want to lose by April 24, 2024? 30. But I also want to keep up that healthy habit for a lifetime. So this is how I broke down my long-term goal into short-term goal. So in 3 weeks, by January 31st, 2024, I will lose 5 pounds. I will lose 5 pounds every 3 weeks until April 24, 2024 to meet my long-term goal. So you see how I broke it down? I'm going to give myself 3 weeks to lose 5 pounds. That's how I broke down my long-term goal into short steps, right? Every 3 weeks, I'm losing 5 pounds. That is the goal. So now let's start with how we're writing our SMART goal, because that's what we're here for. So remember, S stands for what? Specific. You want your goal to be specific, to be narrow. Remember I mentioned that in the video for step 4, how to transform yourself into healthier you, right? So the questions you want to ask yourself when creating the specific goal is, what needs to be accomplished and what steps need to be taken to achieve it? Who is responsible? So let's go into explaining how I'm going to elaborate on these questions. By January 31st, 2024, I will lose 5 pounds. I will eat a vegan diet and exercise 3 to 4 times a week. I will lose 5 pounds every 3 weeks until April 24, 2024 to meet my long term goal. I set a specific goals and steps that I need to take, right? Every 3 weeks, I plan to lose 5 pounds, right? And who is responsible? I'm responsible. I'm responsible for losing that weight, right? So I already mentioned that I'm going to plan to lose 5 pounds every 3 weeks. And what are the steps that I'm taking? That I'm going to eat a vegan diet and make sure I exercise 3 to 4 times a week. So right there in that section of specific, I gave a lot of information that's going to help me complete my SMART goal. So let's move on to M. M means measurable. And the questions you want to ask yourself when you're thinking of this section is, when will you know when you have reached your goal? How will you log your progress? Setting clear benchmarks will allow you to track your progress. I will track my food in my planner. So that is how I will know when I have reached my goal, because I'm keeping track of it. And how am I measuring it? I'm tracking everything in my planners or on my phone. So let's move on to A, attainable. Is your goal attainable? The big question is your goal realistic? Is this a goal that you can reasonably achieve? I believe so, yes. I think I can lose 5 pounds every 3 weeks if I dedicate my time. I'm not narrowing my time for losing 5 pounds a week or losing 5 pounds every 3 days. I know that I will not be able to achieve that because I want to create a sustainable, healthy lifestyle to last me a lifetime, right? So the next question was, what skills and experience do you have to complete this goal? For me, being a vegan for several years, already having the training to lose weight because I'm a veteran, having YouTube and books to educate myself about nutrition. I am an experienced vegan, so I know what recipes I can do to lose weight. I know what recipes I can do to maintain my weight. I also am a US veteran. I was in the military. I know what trainings I should do for my body type to lose weight. I know what trainings I should do to maintain weight. I know what trainings I should do to build muscle. So I just need to focus on that. And another thing is that if I don't know any of these things, perhaps you don't know where to start, you have plenty of places to refer to, which is YouTube or Google or finding a mentor, going to the gym and paying for a trainer. I know a personal trainer, which is a good friend of mine. I'll link his information below. But you're going to want to find dedicated time to ensuring that your goal is achievable, whatever that goal may be. And another thing that you want to make sure is to try to strike a balance between challenging and realistic. What tends to happen is that a lot of people set challenging goals. Goals like starting a 30-day fast or starting a vegan diet for 30 days or losing weight in 2 weeks. Those are challenging. Not to say that people are not able to do it, but it's a challenging goal and it's not realistic. You want to stick to something that you can personally accomplish based on your diet, based on your schedule, based on your lifestyle. Now let's move on to R, relevant. So you want your goal to be relevant to your core values. You don't want to choose a random goal that has nothing to do with what you believe in. So make sure you look deep within and decide what that goal will be. When creating the relevant portion of your SMART goal, you want to ask yourself these questions. Why are you setting this goal? Will achieving it help you now or in the future? Think about the big picture. Your goal should be motivating, not frustrating. So let's go into how I answered these questions. So the first question is, why are you setting this goal? So the reason that I'm setting this goal to lose 30 pounds by April 24, 2024 is because I've gained awareness of my weight gain. I've discovered that aging leads to a natural decline in muscle mass. Recognizing this, I am now committed to taking proactive steps to support my own well-being and preserve muscle strength as I grow older, right? So you want to think long and hard on the why on creating the goal. So let's move on to the next question that you want to ask yourself when it relates to your SMART goal and the relevance. Will achieving it help you now or in the future? And I say it will, yes. So investing in mobility and strength now is an investment in my present and future well-being. As I age, prioritizing these aspects becomes a pathway to achieving overall better health. which is true. Studies have shown that Americans, once they reach the age of 60, they're slowly declining, where they're going to eventually need a walker, a cane, medication, high blood pressure, high diabetes. This is facts. It's not opinion. So that is why you want to make sure you answer these questions, because you want to connect it all to your core values. So now let's move on to T. T stands for timely or time-based. So you want to make sure you set a target date for when you want to accomplish this SMART goal. And when you're creating these SMART goals, this is what you want to ask yourself when you're in this section of time-based or timely. When will this goal start and end? Set both an end point and checkpoints throughout. Incremental deadlines can help you stay on track. This is going back to my long-term goal. I set the start date and then I set at the end date, right? I start in January and I want it to end in April. So the first question is, when will this goal start and end? My goal will start or started January 10th, 2024. And it will end April 24th, 2024. So remember, that end date is for my long-term goal. But in my SMART goal, I have broken down to increments. In the timely section or time-based section of your SMART goal, you want to set checkpoints. So let's look at what I did. So these are my checkpoints. Throughout my weight loss journey, I have set checkpoints. And this means that these days I will check my weight. So that is the first thing I wanted to do, right? So January 10th, when I first woke up, the first thing I did was get on the scale. I got on the scale to check my weight. Of course, I took off my slippers to make sure it was an accurate weight. And then I looked in the mirror to see what I wanted to lose, which is mostly my belly weight and my arms. So that is what you want to do, right? You want to set your first date and you want to take a note, write it down, take a video, log it so that you know where you were. And now, as you can see, my end date is April 24, but I have set checkpoints throughout. So what I did for January 10th, the first day, which is take videos, I'm going to do the same thing for each check date that you see here listed. So that is how you write your SMART goals. You start with S and you end with T. So I hope you guys found this video very informative. It's very important to note that setbacks can happen. You might revert back to your old diet. You might become distracted with other things that other people are eating when you go to work during lunch. But the reason you set the checkpoints again, create intention and motivation for you to remember, okay, today I slipped up and ate chips. I slipped up and bought unhealthy lunch. But remember that you have a set date 3 weeks from now so that you can get back on track. Add an extra workout day, or you can add more fresh juices to your diet. You can figure it out. So don't feel bad if you have a setback. It happens. There are many obstacles that you may experience, but that is a part of life. We learn to overcome the obstacles. So in conclusion, SMART goals are a great way to motivate yourself to meeting your end goal. They can guide your focus and lead to higher levels of motivation. They also foster a sense of accountability. So what SMART goals can you set for yourself today? And if you need one-on-one attention or support, make sure you check my website for more details. And always remember, sweeties, be real, not perfect. Bye.